Welcome to my channel. In this video I'm gonna show you how we can transform data in Power BI and why this is important. So again, for the purposes of this video, I have prepared some data in an Excel file, a list of employees with the hours that they are supposed to work every month. So as you can see, we have all the months listed, and in the main body of our table we have the actual number of hours. As someone might say, this seems to be a nice table, an organized table, the data are all clear to understand. However, when it comes to data analysis, this is not the ideal structure. For analysis, we are looking to something like this one: 3 columns, employees, months, hours, and this is what we will try to do with the help of Power BI. So let's go to our Power BI. Again, we have to connect to our Excel spreadsheet. We can do it in various ways, as you saw. We are connecting to our file, and then you are choosing the correct sheet, which is the before transformation sheet in our file. And this time we are going to choose the transform data option instead of the load, because obviously we need to do some transformation before we load our data. So this is the Power BI environment for transformation. Here we can see the applied steps section, which is actually a list of all the steps that we are following as we transform our data. So if, for example, we want to go back to a step and remove it, we can do so. And here you can see the data as we saw them in Excel. The first thing that we need to do is to promote headers, to use the first row of our data as headers, and this is what we just did. And then we need to select all the columns with the months on top, so that we can unpivot these columns, and this is the way that we can transform this data to the format that we saw before in our Excel spreadsheet. So if you go to transform and then unpivot columns, we are getting this result. So we have a column which is the employees, the second column is the month, so we're going to double click and rename this column like month, and the same for the third column. We're gonna rename this to hours, and we are done. We transformed our data to the structure that we would like them to be, so that we can do our analysis and visualizations easily. So now that we have transformed our data, we are able to create the visuals that we want to create. Let's go for a table again. Let's drag and drop the fields we want to show, like employees, month, and hours. Let's get rid of some words that we don't need. Let's make a few more changes to the table to look nice. As you can see on the bottom, we have the total amount of hours, but we don't really need to show that. So we just go to totals, and we have to switch this off, because in some cases we need to show the totals. In some other cases, like this one, we don't need to show them, because it doesn't give us any valuable information. So now one more thing that we can do is to format our table to be similar to the previous one. So we're just using the Format Painter tool so that we can save some time. We can also rename the page. We can give it a name like employees hours, for example, and this way we have transformed our data and we have created a basic table that presents our data.